All right, Shalom. Shalom. First and foremost, let's begin by giving all honor and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachakwadash, double honors to the elders and the apostles and the bishops of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. Shalom, nice and Sir Akim, pushing the word and truth and in sincerity. May peace and blessings be upon your households. And just wanted to go into this article put up by Microsoft News, and it's touching on the mental health of black and so-called black and so-called Hispanic men, which are for the most part Israelites. Okay, and it made me of course think about the scriptures. Okay, because uh America, for the especially the so-called black man, America, all right, which is known as Babylon the Great, is hell. Okay, it's hell physically, it's hell mentally, and it's hell spiritually. Okay, this is Esau, the so-called white man. This is his heaven. Okay, this is his rulership. So for the most part, especially the Edomites that are doing pretty good, financially, they don't have these worries. They don't have a lot of the mental plagues, okay, that the so-called black man and the so-called Hispanic man has here in America. Now, they're starting to feel, the curses a little bit, but for the most part, they don't have the mental stresses that the Israelite man does. The Israelite man has to worry about being pulled over and being blasted away, okay, just for reaching for his license, things of that nature. All right, let's grab it, and let's grab some scriptures. Let's grab the article putting the spotlight on mental health of black and Hispanic men. As conversations surrounding mental health continue to make progress and become less taboo for many, members of the Ad Council and Huntsman Mental Health Institute remind us we still have ways to go. Putting the spotlight. All right, we already read that. Okay. See, let's get to the nitty gritty. Smith revealed that subgroup is made up of black and Latino men, okay, Israelite men who fight daily battles others don't experience due to the color of their skin. Smith refers to this as racial battle fatigue, okay, which is deeper than that. Okay, it's deeper than the color of the skin of the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They're spiritual. All right, we're underneath the curses. Okay, and let's grab that. And this is Deuteronomy 28:45, and it reads, "Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee." Okay, these curses have came upon us for our disobedience. All right, and they pursue us, man. It doesn't matter what city you go to. It doesn't matter what part of the country you're in. Okay, the curses are on the Israelites for a sign and for a wonder. All right, and one of those curses is what scattered as a proverb, as a byword to be called, black, which black means void of light, evil, dirty, okay, things of that nature, man. So thou be destroyed. All right, we have been destroyed here in America, okay, mentally. All right, we're focusing on the mental because that's what this article is going into. Right, we have been destroyed mentally because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh thy power to keep all his commandments and the statutes which I command thee, which he commanded thee. All right, because we didn't listen to the Lord. So the Lord has us going through, our hell. Okay, and hell is it can be a condition, man. It's a low condition. Okay, according to the scriptures, but you can go through hell within your mental, okay, within your mind. All right, and this is why you have a lot of so-called, especially the Southern Kingdom, the so-called black man. This is why you have the problems, in the so-called black community, amongst Jake men. You know, this is why, man, because the Lord put curses upon us. Okay, the so-called black man, for the most part, and if they're not in this truth, they're completely bugged out. Okay, they're following after women. You know, They're they're fully engulfed in wickedness and murdering each other. Stealing from each other, just completely gone, man. What is it? A systematic racism related repetitive stress injury. He explained of the concept he came up with 20 years ago. Just imagine for a moment the George Floyd situation. What was the impact of that for other African American men who might have similar encounters or believe that experience could be them one day? Okay. He continued, that takes a toll on your body. Having to worry about getting into a car or walking down the street and how you're perceived or feeling that you're perceived as a threat. All right. And that's the problem with the so-called black and the so-called Hispanic man. You are the threat. Okay. You're the enemy to the so-called white man. All right. And you got a lot of you so-called black and Latino and Native American men, you still haven't realized that. Okay, you're in your enemy's land, as the scriptures say. All right, let's go ahead and grab another scripture. Don't want to ramble too much, but let's grab this. Deuteronomy 28:28. This is one of the curses, and the Lord Yahweh shall smite thee with madness. Okay, mental illness. Okay, like they say over there in the UK, he's gone mad, meaning what? You're crazy. All right, and this is why the majority, of the Negro, Latino, and Native American men are crazy. They're bugged out, man. You can't you step especially a so-called black man. You step on his J's, okay, or his Nikes. Jake is ready to blast you away, man. Okay, that's the Lord smiting the so-called black, Latino, and Native American man with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. Okay, meaning constantly having to worry, constantly having to, just constantly stress the fuck out, man. Just to be blunt with it, okay. Even us in this truth, we're still underneath the curses, man. We're constantly, stressed out, man. Astonishment of heart of the mind. You constantly, going through some sort of mental woe, so to speak. Okay, even though what we have prayer, we have fasting, we have Yahweh Shema Shai to keep our minds stable, but the majority, of the Israelites, man, they're completely smitten with madness. Okay, this article, man, is pretty heavy. All right, let's get back to it. All right, don't want to make it too long. You know. All right, we want to take a look at subpopulations who might have those racial microaggressions and experience that compromise mental health. What we want to do is to make sure people realize that it's normal. It's normal to one struggle, but it's also normal to have mental health challenges, says Smith. With his campaign, we are hoping that the people will see it, experience, and will say, "That's my lived experience." All right, it was pretty much, that's pretty much in on that. Okay, but there's a lot of articles like this, man. Focusing on so-called black and Hispanic men's mental health, because a lot of the situations you see that take place amongst our people is because they're smitten with madness, right? Even the so-called black women, the so-called Latino and Native American women, okay, that they aren't exempt from these things as well, right? You see all the lashing out and Jay getting murdered over not having enough mayonnaise on the sandwich, at the Kentucky Fried Chicken. These are all these it all goes back to the curses, man. All right, so you can't get around uh, that the curses and who they identify. All right, this is Deuteronomy 28:66, and it reads, "And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee." All right, literally, our life was hanging in doubt. Okay, hung on those trees. All right, and also mentally, you don't know if you're gonna make it to another day as a Negro, Latino, and Native American man. You really don't know. All right, another Jake might blast you away. Esau, Edom, or heathen, that can't stand your guts might blast you away. The so-called black woman, Latino woman might blast you. Hey, you just never know, especially as a so-called black man. Your life is constantly in doubt here in America, man. Okay, this is not our rest. You shouldn't, if you're especially a so-called black man, there's no way you can be comfortable here. All right, every day here in America, all right, I'm very uncomfortable. Okay, very uncomfortable, man. You live around niggas, you're automatically uncomfortable. And thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have none assurance of thy life. Okay, and this is why our people have those mental issues, because of the constant worry, the constant stress. You don't know if you're gonna make it to another night, man. Especially the Jakes in the ghettos and the hoods. You have no I used to live in the hood, man. Right, and you don't know if you're gonna make it to another day. Okay, Akim know what I'm talking about. See, it goes back to the curses, man. All right, let's go to our next scripture. Yep. This is Deuteronomy 28, and these are all the curses. This is just simple milk stuff. All right, Deuteronomy 28:37, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord Yahweh shall lead thee. All right, and this also goes into the play of the mental of the Israelites. Okay, constantly being laughed at, downgraded, mocked, scoffed, being called black when you're not black, being called nigger. All those things play into the psyche of the so-called black man, all right, the so-called Latino man, being called wetback, being called tonto, all these different, you know, um, degrading words. All right, they have a play on the mental. Okay, never being good enough. All right, your woman walking all over you. Your woman, constantly downgrading you. Okay, that plays into the mental of a lot of the so-called black and Latino and Native American men here in America, man. Okay, your woman. Hey, the brother had put up a video where Eve said she would kill 3 black men. Okay, so-called black men just to brush the hair of an Edomite man. All right, you don't think that plays a major role in the destruction of the mind of a lot of so-called black men? It sure does, man. Even though Jake could try to brush it off. I ain't tripping off that. I ain't tripping off her, man. Nah, man. At the end of the day, man, that weighs heavy on the mind. Okay, to know that your woman is against you, right? Let's grab this. Okay, Deuteronomy 28:65, and it reads, "And among these nations thou shalt find no ease." Okay, there's no ease here for the so-called black man, Latino, and Native American man. Okay, you don't get no ease here, man. From the time you clock in on the plantation to the time you get home, all right, to your woman. Okay, for the most part, you ain't getting no ease here, man. Neither shall thou soul of thy feet have rest, but the Lord Yahweh shall give thee a trembling heart. Okay, a troubled mind. Okay, this is why you have articles like that. The mental health of the so-called black man and Latino man. The Lord did that. All right, our minds are troubled here. Why? Because this ain't our rest. Okay, the American dream is not it ain't that ain't for you. You Israelite man. That ain't for us, man. Okay, our kingdom is coming next. And failing of eyes and sorrow of mind. All right, we got here in America, you have a very heavy mind. Okay, very heavy mind. Okay, day in and day out. This is why Jake resorts to drugs, drinking. Yeah, even in this truth, man, you don't suppress those demons. Okay, the mind can overtake you, man. The battle is within the mind. All right, and if you don't have a strong mind, America can break you mentally. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. You've been, before this truth, you've been in some dark, deep pits in the mind here in America, man. Okay, this place will break you mentally. This is Micah 2 and 10, and we'll finish off here. And it reads, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest." Okay, speaking to the Israelites. This ain't our rest, man. Mentally, physically, everything. There's no rest here for us. All right? Because it is polluted. America is polluted. The world is polluted. Okay? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. There's nothing good about the earth. Okay? Especially underneath the rule of Esau, Edom. All right? Once we get control of it, then everything's, Yahweh Shai gets control of the earth, and everything is going to be put back in order. It shall destroy you even with the sword of destruction. This place has destroyed especially the so-called black man, all right, the Judite man. This place has destroyed this man, okay, in his mind, all right. But the Lord, he's reviving the elect. He's building up the elect, okay, making our minds strong. Okay, I had an Ishmaelite woman tell me that one time. She said, "Man, you have a strong mind. The way you move, the way you act. Okay, I could tell you have a very strong mind. All right. So the Lord is building up His elect men. Okay, but for the most part, the so-called black man, okay, and Hispanic man, mind has been destroyed. Okay, via the curses. All right. So with that, we'll go ahead and end the lesson. Lord willing, it was edifying. To the next time, Shalom.